Hello everyone, this is Pablo called SignVA3HDL. In this video we are talking about a major upcoming change in the ham radio software ecosystem. The original HamClock project, beloved for its word clock, space weather, propagation tools, and DX cluster integration, is scheduled to stop functioning in June 2026 because its service backend will be shut down. In this video, we'll cover what OpenHamClock is, why it matters to operators, and how to install it from source using git clone. No Docker, no install scripts, just straightforward local setup. The original HamClock was a kiosk-style amateur radio dashboard that consolidated UTC local time and sunrise-sunset, real-time space weather and propagation indices, DX cluster spots, WSPR, and other spot sources, great circle maps and bearings. Operators often run it on Raspberry Pi displays or in web browsers as a local info console. Unfortunately, due to the project maintainers passing and the decommissioning of the data services HamClock relied on, mainstream builds will cease to function after June 2026. As soon as it became clear that the original HamClock backend services would eventually go offline, the ham radio community moved quickly to investigate both replacements and possible continuations of those services. In today's environment, where AI-assisted tools can accelerate development and bootstrap entire applications in a matter of hours, it's not surprising that just 2 days after the original author's passing, OpenHamClock surfaced as a viable successor. While it's still very much a work in progress, it already demonstrates significant potential with a clean, sleek, modern user interface and a straightforward installation process that works out of the box. It implements similar and expanded capabilities, interactive world maps with multiple map styles, real-time space weather and spot feeds, NOAA, POTA, SOTA, DX clusters, UTC local time with Maidenhead grid support, sunrise, sunset, gray line, bearings and distance calculations, band condition indicators designed to run locally or on your own server. Unlike the original, OpenHamClock is a modern web stack application with an MIT license that you can fork and extend as you see fit. OpenHamClock is a community-driven, open-source successor to the original HamClock. OpenHamClock runs as a local server that serves a dynamic web UI. It fetches live data from public APIs, processes it, and displays interactive visualizations. Here's the key architecture. Node.js server serving the UI and API proxy. Browser-based frontend showing clocks, maps, and data layers. Local configuration for call sign and QTH. Easily customized and extendable. This approach lets you run it anywhere you can install Node.js from a Raspberry Pi in your shack to your desktop and avoids dependency on a third-party backend service. Before installing, ensure you have a system with git command installed, a version of Node.js appropriate for the project, terminal access, a basic understanding of command line operations. We won't use Docker or automation scripts in this walkthrough, just the raw Git repo. If you wish to use a containerized version with Docker, you can just follow the instructions on the GitHub repo. Here is how to get OpenHamClock up and running from source. Step 1. Clone the repository, open your terminal and run. Git clone https github.com/ecus/openhamclock.git. This will create a local copy of the OpenHamClock repository. Step 2. Change directory, cd OpenHamClock. Step 3. Install dependencies. Inside the project directory, install node.js dependencies with npm install. This pulls in all of the libraries the app needs to run. Step 4. Once dependencies are installed, start the app with npm start. By default, the server will bind to HTTP localhost full port 3000 if you want access from any computer on your network. Then you must make a change on the server.js file. Look for the line starting with the words app.listen. After the word port, add a comma, then add 0.0.0.0 inside quotes. Then add another comma before the empty parentheses. It should look like this. Let's skip 5. Open a browser and navigate to HTTP localhost port 3000 if you are running the browser on the same system, or HTTP then the IP of your OpenHamClock port 3000 if you are running the browser from a different. On the first load, it will ask for your call sign and locator. You will have also options to change the theme, the layout, and the DX cluster source. The settings are stored locally in the browser that you are using. If you want them permanent, you can edit the index.html file and change the settings there directly to make them permanent. Once serving locally, you can configure your call sign and location, open public/index.html in a text editor, locate the configuration section, and set your call sign, latitude, and longitude. Save and refresh the dashboard. This embeds your identity and default QTH into the UI. Once you have OpenHamClock installed, you can fork and extend the code for your own features. You can integrate additional data sources. You can run it headless on a Pi and point a display at it. You can customize map styles. Because it's open source and community maintained, the lifecycle is not tied to a single third-party service. In my case, OpenHamClock integrates cleanly with my existing ham radio dashboard and fits naturally into the overall workflow. It runs as a self-hosted web application. It can be added directly as a menu option in the dashboard, alongside other station tools and monitoring pages. What you are seeing here is OpenHamClock running inside that dashboard environment, embedded just like any other native component, without special wrappers or workarounds. With the original HamClock end of life approaching this June 2026, OpenHamClock offers a powerful, flexible, and modern alternative that technical operators can run themselves. It provides much of the same utility, clocks, propagation data, the exports, and interactive maps, without the dependency on hosted backends. If you found this guide helpful, please like, subscribe, and comment with your experiences running OpenHamClock 73, and catch you next time.